Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plat. Welcome to my second video of the night. Dragon Quest V Event Part 2 is launched, and we are doing a unit review for NIMZO. Now, I actually do have the unit. I got it right away, but I don't have it on, it's only level 1, right? It's not, I can't actually show off its abilities and stuff yet, so we're just gonna not use the gameplay. But we are going to try to use a different unit to help demonstrate its abilities. Anyway, without further ado, let's just jump into it. Now, there's two ways to look at it again. You can go to the scout ticket or you can go to the swap shop. I am going to go to the swap shop myself. I do just like this a bit more. It makes his numbers a little bit higher, so it makes it look like a better unit. So I don't need to bash it as much. I'm kidding. I actually like this unit a lot. Grandmaster NIMZO. Welcome to the party. Obtained here. Let's go to the max. There we go. All right, Grandmaster NIMZO, 1,165 HP. This is going to be a fully awakened. So this is going to be level 110, fully awakened. All right, so keep in mind, yours won't get this strong. All right, but I still like using these stats. Well, you know what? Maybe for A units that's better. I'm still figuring this up as I go. Let's just go here. These numbers are lower. We'll jump between the two. All right, I think this is level 110, 0 awakenings. 925 HP. This guy's good. This is a ranged unit, by the way. 925 HP is pretty darn great. And as you see, it only, it goes up to like 1,100 or something like that. 296 attack. We don't really care about it. 276 MP. That's kind of low. This guy has an MP cost. Here, I kind of got to, I can't see all the MP costs and stuff if I go in there. So we're gonna jump back here. I like this view more. Just keep in mind the stats are going to be bumped up around 25% for awakenings. So sorry, he has about 347 or 250, 347 MP. And he has an ability here that costs 108. So his MP could be an issue. Once he's at this many awakenings, you're still getting 3 casts of it, which is pretty good. Not insane, but it is, it's fine. 240 wisdom, we don't care. The attack is 372. That's pretty good, but it doesn't really do anything. I don't think he has a single thing that scales off attack. It doesn't. But he holds a shitty attack scroll, not badly. So, might as well throw that on him, I guess, if you have a couple extra. 425 defense. 425 defense combined with 1,165 HP. This guy's tanky as shit, man. Really tanky. 325 agility. That's fine. That's good. 2 movement sucks. All right, that sucks. And he doesn't get any more movement, but he's kind of like Zoma in the sense that he has a lot of ranged abilities, so you don't feel it as much. Obviously the weight, because he's a boss character, is a little bit higher. So for his awakenings, you are going to be getting Fireball Stance is really the one that you care about, and that is at his awakening 1, where most characters get a movement. He gets something called a Fireball Stance, which is going to do when user defeats an enemy. Sorry, he also starts passively with a trait. When this user defeats an enemy, he restores HP. It doesn't say how much HP, but I assume it's relatively significant. But yeah, when he kills something, he recovers HP. Very good for an already tanky unit. But Fireball Stance, when attacked by an enemy, attacks with Fireball within range to counter. So actually, what's interesting about this is you can come here. I know I have to jump through this a lot. It's because they don't give you all the info you need. You come down here, it'll tell you about Fireball Stance. Fireball Stance counterattacks with a fireball whenever the character is attacked by an enemy 1 to 3 spaces away. This is a range 3 counter attack. This fireball is an ability that deals moderate frizz type breath damage. So moderate. We'll use another unit that has moderate as frizz or moderate breath type damage to kind of see where it's at. So it uses moderate frizz type breath damage. Abilities uses counterattacks, cannot be upgraded. Learning and upgrading abilities in the counter doesn't make it stronger, and they do not consume MP. So basically it's range 1 to 3. You can't upgrade it, and it does not consume MP. So these are always free attacks. He's always going to counterattack when he gets hit. So this guy's hard to kill, and he's even if he runs out of MP and someone's trying to kill him down by hitting him, he's still going to be getting free attacks on him, which is really, really good in my opinion. Anyway, let's jump back in here. Because this lets us see some of the other things. All right, so yeah, that ability Fireball Stance is really, really good. I like that a lot. His leadership ability raises frizz type breath potency 20%. Now that is narrow, but it is very good with Dragon Lord True Form if you have them. I do not, but obviously incredibly self synergistic as well. It's also going to be synergistic with things like Orochi, Green Dragon. So it's a little bit fringe, but it is a plus 20% potency, which is the same amount as Great Dragon, but Great Dragon has a just dragon family, so it's a way more flexible. Not that flexible, but it is more flexible than this for the most part. Still, I do like this ability. It does make himself a lot stronger. It's nice when a really powerful damaging unit has a way to make themselves stronger. So that's basically what you care about there. Resistances, weak to Sizz and Whoosh. Not that bad. Sizz is bad against Halberdsaurus, but he's got a lot of HP. Not that bad. Halberdsaurus can also outrange him, so it's probably a pretty good counter to this unit. Whoosh, like Lionheart, you know, the White King, like that White King can also kind of outmaneuver him because you could, even though you have a range of 3, you could be a range of 4 away to use Kaswoosh because they could be in the corner, you know, instead of being straight on. But he has resistance to Bang and Zap. I really like that. That means he resists Bianca. He resists Nara, the new, you know, 2 of the new wives. He also resists the he also resists Royal Reptile. He resists Sorrow. You know, Baramos isn't that relevant. Most people don't have him, but Sorrow's really good and a lot of people have him. Immune to Sleep, very good. Martial Lock, who cares? Breath Lock, resistance to, which is nice. Paralysis, super weak, is actually a little bit scary, but not that disgustingly bad. So let's take a look at his abilities here. We've already looked at his stats. They're pretty good. All right, abilities. Infernal Breath deals moderate frizz type breath damage to all enemies in an area of effect. Rarely lowers agility for 3 turns. So this is the second unit that could lower agility. This is a much better version, I think, than the Hippo, probably. But maybe not. It can hit multiple enemies, 1, which is good. It does have an element, so it could do extra damage there. And it does, I don't know, it seems like kind of throwaway. Not great, but it is agility, so if someone's trying to hit you physically, I think this will make it harder to hit. You've already got a high defense, decent agility, so it might help you kind of be a little bit more tanky. I don't love it, but it's like not a bad ability. He's really all about his third ability here, but his second ability is not garbage either. Often, so often is a weird word. We don't see that. We say occasionally a lot. We see rarely a lot. We don't see often very much. Is often 75%? Maybe higher? Something like that. But often greatly lowers the attack and wisdom of all enemies in an area of effect for 3 turns. So that's a 3x3 square at a range of 3 with an often greatly lowering. So that's 2 stages of lowering offensive stats on enemies. This could be really good. This guy's already really tanky, and he has the ability to completely like dismantle someone's attack output. This guy could be like a obviously not a cover tank, but he could be a killer tank as well. Very, very good. I love this ability, honestly. I don't know how often I'll use it. That's the thing. It might be like a turn 3 thing if you use his third ability twice. But also it's just like, it's a nice ability to have, honestly. He doesn't really need another kind of weird damage ability, I don't think. This is a really, really cool ability. Often is what makes this good. If this said occasionally, I would be less warm on it because I don't like wasting a turn doing nothing. But often at plus 10, this is getting plus 20% chance, right? I assume. And so that could be nearing 100% of the time to greatly lower attack and wisdom of multiple units. That's the best debuff we've had so far for physical stuff. Also, so his final ability, Infernorb, deals moderate fizz type breath damage. Oh, that sucks. To 1 enemy unit. That's even worse. 4 times. Never mind. This is suddenly fantastic. So he hits 1 enemy 4 separate times with 4 separate frizzes. So how strong is that? I honestly don't have a good call for it yet. Let's go ahead and go into a battle road. No, let's go into one of the boss fights. Let's go into the verse quest. You know how I like doing Great Troll whenever I can. Now, do anyone resist frizz? That's what I care about. You don't resist it, which is good. You don't resist it, which is good. You don't resist, so no one resists it. Okay, this is good. So let's go ahead and throw in I don't even know what the fuck this is. Obviously some sort of poison team that I haven't used in a while. All right, so we're going to throw in some breath users. All right, breath users to get an idea. Ideally, if I have anyone that has a, sorry, battery. Does Scorch do heavy? This is moderate frizz type breath. So it might be searing breath. Yeah, so it might be like searing breath times 4. It could be inferno times 4. Let's take a look here. Green Dragon, where you at? I haven't used Green Dragon in so long, but he is a really good unit. More breath attacks of different strengths. And finally, shit, I don't know. I think you have a breath attack that's like pretty good. We're gonna do the physical potency because I don't want to artificially strengthen something. That at minus 25 frizz resist is pretty good leadership ability, honestly. All right, so let's keep in mind what these characters' abilities are or whatever, or sorry, what their levels are. We're going to be kind of assuming a level 110. Obviously, this one dragon guy probably is going to be a little bit stronger. I think it's major to everything. Major sizz to everything. Let's take a peek. Is it major sizz? So he does major sizz. Okay, and you have one that does... You have a major, but you also have a moderate frizz. So it's probably closer to that. Let's just take a peek here. Moderate crack type martial damage. Moderate crack type breath damage, right? Let's not put it on auto. Let's go ahead and give these guys... I'm actually interested. So is Infernos also say... So Inferno is moderate frizz type, and so is Scorching Breath, right? Okay, so I'm actually... We're going to take a look at both, and we're going to get an idea here. All right, first is going to be Searing Breath. Searing Breath does 96 damage on a level 90 at +0. All right, so these are going to be weird numbers. We're going to be... It's going to be kind of weird, obviously. Just because it's gonna be hard to get an exact idea of what his damage is gonna be, but this should give us at least a rough idea. So 96 is +0, so we could add plus 25% to that, and a few, 20 levels as well. I'm just gonna breath this guy because I like it. Cold breath. All right, so this does 96, right? Let's just take a look again. 96. How much do you do, bud? All right, might as well just do this because it's insane. So I'm suspecting he's gonna do closer to Inferno. Let's take a look here. Instead of 96, he did 239. Okay, so he's gonna do, and this Green Dragon's level 100, so he's gonna be 10 levels higher than this Green Dragon. Okay, so he's going to be doing around somewhere, my guess is between 200 and 250 times 4. So 800 damage to non-resistant enemies. That's what it seems like to me with no potency buffs. Yeah, it'll probably be closer to 200 is my guess. It's hard to know exactly. But with potency and stuff, like he's going to be doing a lot of damage. This feels like a really, really powerful attack. So overall, I actually really love this unit a lot. Like a lot, probably more than I should. Like, I think it's probably like a 7 out of 10. Like, I don't think it's a Zoma. I don't think it's a Sorrow. But I do think this unit is very good. I love the flexibility of the secondary ability here of not needing to be here for an attack. You could use him purely as a debuffer if you need to. He could use this 10 times. Not quite 10 times. He could use it like 6 times. And you only have to use it like once every 3 turns or something like that. So you can keep a team debuff for a long time in PvE stages. Also, I like the Inferno Orb. I think it does good damage, but also I really like how tanky this unit is. Very, very tanky, great defense, great HP with the ability to debuff their damage and not bad agility. And on top of that, every time he gets attacked, he counters attacks with the fireball. Like, is that going to be 90 damage? Is it going to be 200 damage? I don't know. It's going to be somewhere in that ballpark, right? So, like, that's every time he gets hit, he's going to deal damage back. And then every time he kills something, he's going to heal HP. He's just like this self-contained unit, right? He's killing things to get HP. And then when he's getting hit, he's counterattacking. And when he runs out of MP, he still has a decent attack stat if you put like some cheap scroll on him to like do some damage. And as they're trying to kill him, he's gonna be hitting them. And if he gets a kill, he starts healing again. Like, I just love this guy's package. It feels, this package, that's a funny word. I love this guy's kit, is a better way of saying it. I think it's really, really cool. And I'm very excited to use this unit. He's definitely going to get 2 orbs from me. I do need to get a dupe. I do not have the counterattack, and I think without the dupe, without the counterattack, this unit has much less going for it. I think his kit does not. He becomes more of a ranged nuker that's not amazing at it. That's good, very good actually, but not like the best in the game level. Probably not worth large financial investment. But once you have fireball stance, I think that adds a whole layer to this. Like, just by putting him next to your Zoma, if they're trying to attack your Zoma, they're gonna a lot of times be getting counterattacked by this guy. If they try to do anything AoE, this guy's in the middle of a comp, he's throwing fireballs back at him, because remember, it has to be a range of 3. That's a huge range. 1 to 3, by the way, so melee units are always getting hit with fireballs too. Anyway, yeah, I love this unit. I think it's really good. Unfortunately, he is not a slime, so he's getting a 0 out of 10. Anyway, guys, until next time, Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you around.